got my cut list, and I'm going to shore up one. Okay. I'm going to square up one edge, and then, okay, back from the hardware store. Okay, I'm back from the local home improvement center, and I bought 2 4x8 sheets of oak veneer plywood, had them rip it in half for me so I could get it in my vehicle. I got my cut list, and I'm going to shore up one, have a 90 degree on one side. I'm going to cut this to make sure it's square, and then cut everything out to rough dimension. So let's do that.
All in.
Woodworks.
So here's the final design I'll be working from. As far as fancy litter boxes go, this one's pretty over the top, but it'll also be used for an entryway bench, so it's dual purpose. I'll have an opening for the front so the cats can, do their business, a large side door so you can easily clean out the litter box, and a small side door towards the back to hold all the supplies. I'll also add some trim to cover all the plywood edges and give it some dimension. Okay, I got everything cut to size. Had a little tear out on the bottom side of the panels when I was cutting them on the table saw. I didn't have my zero clearance insert in there. That's okay. It's all going to be on the inside of the cabinet. You're never going to see it. So everything's cut to size, labeled, and let's do some biscuits. Not with gravy, wood biscuits. Now it's time for glue up. I had some leftover cedar from a previous project to use for the trim. I just need to mill it down to size. Note to self, if you have knots that might be loose on your boards, maybe don't run them through the planer. I decided to use India ink on this project, first of all because I haven't used it before, and secondly I was using different wood species and I figured it would even out all the tones and it would look really nice. So the main case is done and all the trim work's on it. Put the India ink on the top. I got one coat of shellac on this and I just sanded it this morning. Ugh. Got the doors done. I'm gonna work on the top next and get some trim on the plywood edges of that. I got some leftover alder from my modern console build. If you haven't seen that, I'll put a link up here. Check it out. After I'm done with the top, then I'll put a coat of shellac on everything and I'll get these runners installed. I'm gonna have a sliding shelf right here, so we're almost done. Let's get going. I forgot to film gluing the edges onto the top, but you get the gist. After about 3 or 4 coats of shellac, it's time to attach the hardware, and we can call this one done. I think this turned out great. The India ink was easy to apply and allowed me to use up some scrap wood laying around the shop. It's big enough to hold the litter box and all the accessories you need to keep it clean. Plus, you could also make this a regular storage bench, and the design is simple enough to make it any size you need. Thanks again for watching. We'll see you next time.